I'm Dina.
I'm Nikki, and we're your hosts for CBD Magcast.
CBD Magcast is devoted to the legalization of cannabis and its impact in your community.
Visit us at cannabisbeyonddope.com.
Hey, Dina.
Hey, Nikki.
How's it going?
Fantastic. How are you?
Great, thank you. We are here today with Anya Smith.
Is it right?
I think so.
It just started
I think it
raining.
just started raining, yeah.
There's a rain.
I whispered that, yeah.
We did right as we pressed start. We distracted you.
You did. You threw me all the way off.
It was a beautiful day this morning, and we had kind of changed plans last minute, but let's introduce our guest, and we'll get into that as well. So we're here with Anya Smith, cannabis industry professional.
Hi.
And a good friend of ours. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're fabulous.
And we're glad to have you here. We're
So
so,
glad to have
excited
you.
to
Happy to
share
be
you
here.
with everybody else.
First podcast experience.
Yay!
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, cool. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and what you do and why you do it?
Well, I'm 24. I'm a Leo.
What is your sign?
I like Hennessy. Just kidding. I mean, I do, but also just kidding.
I can't drink liquor at all anymore.
I am taking a break right now for Lent, and it's easier yet harder than I thought it was going to be. But
Okay.
more on that later. I work at Urban Legends. I do inventory, and I do bud tending. Go come see me for your weed.
How long have you been in the cannabis industry?
Going on 2 years in May,
Okay.
legally.
Yeah, right on.
Ting, ting, ting.
Yeah.
And then I'm also the co-founder and president of the Colored Cannabis Collective. That's my baby.
The Colored Cannabis Collective is first an alliteration to my joy, because I love alliterations.
There you go.
And second to my joy, you pick up garbage, which is my heart. I literally put garbage bins on all the bus stops.
Nice.
I pick up trash in the neighborhood all the time. That's my thing, is to get rid of that detritus and rubbish that's
Human
littering the
footprint,
streets.
yeah.
Exactly. And so I couldn't be more excited that you put that together, and they're fun. on
Yeah,
top
we've
of
had a
it.
Yeah.
really fun time.
They're
coming
really
out
fun.
to your events.
Lots
Yeah.
of weed, lots of picking up trash, lots of community and fellowship. That's what I try to do. The cleanups just came about. My old job, we would do cleanups every couple of months or so, and I
That's
figured
cool.
it's just so easy to give back to the community in that simple way. And I don't really see people in cannabis really doing that. Well, I hadn't seen them doing that beyond buy this and we'll donate a certain percentage to whatever, which is nice, but there's also ways you can literally give back of yourself by giving your time and your effort and your energy to just beautify the neighborhood in a little bit. And that's just the basis of that's where we're starting at as far as giving back to the community and to cannabis and in general, because I know a lot of people have met a lot of friends and connections from cleanups and different events that we've done, and I really like that.
Yeah.
And you've done two things with that. You've actually made the community aware of how great the cannabis community is. We're all in this with a huge heart. You find the kindest, nicest people you can connect with who are genuine in the cannabis industry, so that's great. But that small impact is massive. To not have that debris around, having clean streets, having clean begets clean and dirty begets dirty. So this foundation that you set is really a larger impact than you can even imagine, because it does ripple out tremendously. doesn't it?
Yeah. We always get stopped by a bunch of people whenever we do cleanups asking who are we, what are we doing and stuff. We really got to put logos on our buckets.
Yeah.
On our shirts. We're close to that though. But
You need a sponsor.
I know.
A sponsor to help
Well,
Colored Cannabis Collective do T-shirts and stickers for the buckets, you guys.
Well, we've gotten a bunch of offers for people to do it pro bono, Safer Shirts. He's really awesome. We're gonna collab with him once we have that down.
Nice.
And then Vivian from Tacoma,
Spaceworks.
Yes.
Spaceworks.
Her.
Nice.
Yes, she offered to do T-shirts for us as well once we have a logo. So we have connections and people, and then AJ Create with Brandon and AJ, they're creating basically our whole branding and our logo and stuff. We're both just super busy, so we always play life tag with each other pretty much.
Definitely.
It's like,
That's cool to know.
yeah, but
Moving on up.
I have like they sent me a design that I'm like really in love with. I just want to like tweak it just a little bit, but I can like see it on the back of my jean jacket a la Cannabis. So,
Nice.
so I'm really excited about
I
that.
do like your jean jacket a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got
Stole
all
it
the
from my
pins on
best
it.
friend. Yeah.
Very cool.
She put it on me and I never gave it back.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have some clothes
She
like that for
takes
sure.
hers
Yeah.
by proxy.
Well, she stole it from her mom, actually. So sorry, Heidi, but
Nice.
that jacket
Vintage.
is mine now. Yeah.
I think it's
Original.
like the 9/10 of the ownership is 9/10 of the something like that. So what
Something
is-
like that.
What is that? What saying they say?
Yeah, but then I put all my pens on it, so who really owns it?
That's
Right.
what I'm saying. With all your pins, it's now yours.
It's like the
Exactly.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, the Sisterhood of the Traveling
reverse
Jean Jacket.
Yeah.
That's never been reversed because I put all the pins on it. It'd be too much to take them out then.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of work. That's a lot of
What
pins on
jean
it. We'll have to
jacket
get a
tangent?
picture of that so we can put it up on the blog.
Yeah,
Picture of
once
her
it's
in her
like
jean
once
jacket.
it's like done, I'm really excited. I can see myself walking around Hempfest with it and like
And then otherwise
Can
put
be
it in
cool.
one of those shadow boxes on
Yeah.
a hanger and then go back for it. Just wear it every year.
like every now and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Because those pins, dude, they fall off. I've already lost like my Ric Flair pin, so
Really?
you gotta be real careful.
They do.
Yeah.
You gotta glue. Like if you want it on there permanently, you do have to like glue it, right? You have to get into
I
the
did get
permanent a fixture a
Yeah.
little bit more. We're dealing with that on a
Well,
purse.
I've been
We're
making
doing-
my outfit for my drag show this Thursday, and I just bought my house glue gun, so like I can probably do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would be
yeah,
dazzling,
exactly.
but be pin it.
My
Instead of be dazzling. you
I've
could
been
be-
burning all my fingertips off. It's been great.
What's nice though is that
It's
it
art.
feels right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love glue guns
so
and the smell.
many beads
Such
on
a
that
great
outfit
smell.
now.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's
It's
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you pull out the glue gun and you do the crafting, you put it away, and then it's the next season again, and you pull it out. There's something about that smell for me that always connected with the holidays. I would make stuff. Never had money, so I would just find things and I would make stuff.
Hot
for,
glue it, yeah.
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 So the glue guns were glue sticks were pretty cheap.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool.
So, what are some of your goals in the cannabis industry, and also with the cannabis, the Colored Cannabis Collective?
My personal goals are kind of directly tied with that. I really want us to. We registered as a nonprofit with the state, so we just need to like pay for our business license, and then we can like start doing our memberships. I can start scouting for like yearly sponsors for us. That way, I can focus on that full time. Even though I love bud tending and being part of like the industry in that way, like I really want to focus on Triple C and like really build it because I want to, hone in our cleanups and have those be really nice and make sure we always have an after sesh afterwards at a private location so that people can really bond and talk with the people that they were cleaning up with and make those different connections and network and stuff. Like it just happens naturally. Like the type of people who come to the cleanups are really go-getters. So you put a bunch of go-getters in a room together with weed and like some food and just like talking. That networking just like naturally happens, and I love seeing it, and I know that people appreciate it. I want us to have more of events like A Touch of Green because we had like less than 50 people there at the Dynasty Room, and at first I was kind of like feeling a way about it. Even though it was the very first event, so like, duh, But I had a bunch of people come up to me and be like, "This is like the perfect level of socialization for me." And I was like, "Okay, well then, like maybe we should have like more intimate events like that because not everything needs to feel like a huge industry party." There was like half the people in the room didn't even have like a badge. You know what I mean? Like it was just people who appreciate cannabis and art and food and connecting and networking, just being amongst each other. So I want to start having more of those, and then I want to start our equity program, even if it's like completely grassroots based. Like, if I could pay, my goal by this time next year, I want to have paid for one person to get their medical marijuana registration. Yeah, that's like my goal, just to pay for one person. Yeah. And the next year pay for 5 people, and then the next year pay for 10 people, and give a brand like a $10,000 like grant to expand and help. You know, like I want to.
Someone who's wellness and diversity based, who's basically has the same goals as you, who needs who needs the funding, because that has been a big topic for me in my brain anyways, is that the most effective method of funding right now is reaching out to your own community. Yeah. And so people with money who are donating to their favorite large nonprofit groups. I think that's nice, but their favorite small ones are the ones that are making the difference right now. They're the ones that are making the real difference and want to support each other and are garnering that interest.
Yeah.
That's what I like about our state cannabis industry is that it is very small, so your reach can be really prolific, but you can do it on such a micro level, just like you mentioned. Yeah. That micro level is huge because that impact is significant.
Yeah.
Well, and it just goes back to the want for something that is a little bit more... It's open to anybody, but the events are a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Not exclusive by any stretch, but smaller. Intimate, exactly. Because the people who are coming to these events want to make a difference in the community, want to meet other people who want to make a difference in the community and want to... know people like that, and so
not knocking like larger parties. I mean, she loves a good party. If anyone who knows me, like I host people all the time. You guys know I have dinner, like that dinner party. I did not expect almost 40 people to be in our little best apartment, but they did. But it worked. Like it was fine, and so that lets me know. Okay, if I could pull 40 people out of my ass in like less than 2 weeks. If I really like put my energy and effort behind it, I want to have like a large party and take all that money and put it towards helping people on a local level and donating and giving back to organizations. Like I love 22 Too Many because my dad's like a vet, so I'd love to help them. I was listening to that this earlier today and I was like, love them. So I really want to help them out. I'd want to, like start my own equity program. I'd eventually want to do a minority cup to highlight minority-owned cannabis brands, just to give them like a floor,
It would be great too if you also had the ability to help teach stores that they can give that cannabis to the...
I was listening to that episode and I was just like, I worked at Ike's, and no, that's not... We did not know that. No one knew that.
Right? And imagine how much flour that you
can I know we did returns. There's so much that we were giving returning.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's good to know. I'm going to talk to Urban Legends about that because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't have time to know all these things. So somebody like you comes along and encapsulates your passion around it. You get to help encourage people to understand that in those programs to flourish because, like you say, you can spend the time on it. You can help to focus those individuals together to give them more of an umbrella and still keep it nice and micro.
I'm really big on that. I really feel like we can all like eat, we can all win, and I really want to like highlight other people as well as what I'm trying to do, because what I'm trying is a collective. Like what I'm trying to do is build like a nice community, a fully colored in picture of the cannabis community from left to right, top to bottom, black to white. Like that's what I want to show and that's what I want to highlight. And so I want to do so many different things. I want to eventually have like a workshop program over a couple of weeks where if you want to get into the cannabis industry or you want to learn or you want to get your MMJ like hours in, you can come in, you can learn from all these different industry professionals, and then have it in like a big job fair or something like that. Like that would be so cool to do, and I don't see anyone doing it. And it's like the industry's going to take it there eventually. Why not be the first one to do it and take all that money and give someone a leg up? Do what basically what I feel should be happening anyways. Like I really feel like cannabis, I say it all the time, I feel like cannabis industry can be a good example of like what should be happening in other industries. Like, and there has to be reparations like somewhere in this effing country. And so like cannabis is where I want it. If I have anything to say about it, it will be in cannabis. And so like the war on drugs like fucked over so many people, and it's like no, like we do not just get to like profit off of it. Oh, Joy, I love her so much. Joy, hey Joy, I'm about to call you back, girl. Hey Joy, because Joy coffee is about to be a good time. I'm sorry. No, what was I talking about? Like it's not lost on me that I've had like at least 2 or 3 ex-boyfriends who had cannabis charges, and that's really affecting like their livelihood now in a non-legal state. But I have so much weed in my house right now that it's not even funny. Like more than they have ever had at one time. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not just gonna like profit off of it. Like I refuse to. I'm going to give back.
Yeah, and not only do you have weed, you have now cannabis knowledge. Which, was not around. It was not available, and we've come so far in the past 10, 20 years. We have come so far, and we see that in in our lives, the three of us here, but there is a whole world, that has not come so far, that has does not understand cannot even fathom this world of cannabis. That still exists in our nation. Cannot even fathom this world of cannabis, but can fathom getting together with a group of people and getting a little high and picking up trash.
Right.
That is a trend. That's something that people anywhere, I think, would gather around, whether weed was legal or not.
Really. Let's all meet at Tyler's house and smoke a bunch of weed, and then we're gonna go pick up trash in that little ditch or something.
I find that down the hill at the Emerald Downs, it's the saddest thing ever. There's always a weird pile of leftover baby to adult items in the marsh around that Emerald Downs. The saddest, most devastating thing. It's bizarre. There's like a drawer, or some weird piece of furniture, and then there's baby shoes and pants, and then there's a mid-level shirt, and then an adult set of clothing.
That's really weird.
It's weird and it's sad. Birthday cards. There's weird pieces from somebody's jaw. There's the strangest, like somebody's life. You can tell their whole life by this weird pile of debris that gets left right there every 2 to 3 weeks.
That's really strange.
It's really strange, and it's a homeless situation that's devastatingly sad.
Yeah,
but it's such a diverse.
I'd like to eventually maybe contribute to a little tiny house village, pay to get one built, that'd be nice. People sponsor me, sponsor us. Website will be up and running in about a month. Sponsor us. It's Colored Cannabis.
ColoredCannabis.com.
Yes. Yeah, you can definitely DM us on Instagram, Colored Cannabis Collective.
And that's going to be response right away. Get in there and donate. And you know what? Absolutely. Get behind somebody who's got the intelligence, the passion, the capability, and the empathy to be in the situation.
Yeah.
I literally just put up a post last night because I was so mad that I saw this city council person berate this fellow that was coming in to have council business taken care of. Their responsibility is to their constituents and to the commons and the community. And she's like, 2 minutes. And he was like, wait a minute, can you stop the clock for a second? And all he did was ask them to look at him, because they were all on their phones when he came up, and he said, could you stop the clock, please? I would really like it if you could all actually just look at me when I ask what I have. And the lady cuts him off and says, you have 2 minutes. And I was so upset about how she treated him so disrespectfully. It's like, if you don't want to be in that job, don't do it.
Don't do it, yeah.
Don't do it. And it's these people who rally against the government but take on government jobs. They hate it, but they're doing it. Makes no sense. And we need to figure these things out and put people like you in place to better the situations and to actually be able to evolve the things that you truly are doing that are working and that are not only helping on the ground level for what our community looks like, but you're building the community with creating that networking.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, while many of us do not like the government right now, it's not, not to get political, but it's not anti-government. It's not anti-structure.
Yeah,
it's not
anarchy.
it's not anti-structure. It's, in minority groups.
I want a structure that benefits us all, not just the chosen few.
Yeah, if you have $1 billion,
you should not have $1 billion.
You should not have $1 billion.
$1 billion.
If you have $1 billion, you should be contributing at least $1,000 to at least 100 people.
Yeah.
I mean that is a small thing to ask. Do you know how that is the smallest thing to ask, but that would change so many lives.
Yeah.
We have very little money. Most of the people in the cannabis community who are workers.
Mm-hmm.
They get paid so little to know so much and be so responsible.
But we go out to the community and clean up. We take that time, and we, if I have an extra $5 in my pocket, I give that to anybody.
And I've always noticed that, not even just with well-to-do people in general, and a lot of aspects, even just and as far as giving, even in personal relationships, with guys and stuff, not saying I'd want someone just give me all your money and stuff, but if you are in a position to help someone and you know that this little bit of money, you wouldn't even notice that it's gone, but it would really impact someone in such a profound way, why would you not do that? And I don't understand the logic of I earned it, and it's okay, well that's fine, but you're supposed to pay it forward.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, you earned it by.
me, but it's
you earned it because I spend my money probably at your, business chain.
Right.
Be like, you still earned it from me, and profit sharing, like, I deserve a little bit of it.
Absolutely.
I mean,
that's very true. That's very true. And you vote with your dollar, and your actual vote counts on a very, very local level. So if you want to make a difference, it's the decision you make of who you put at the head of something, but it's also where you spend your dollar. Everything is defined by where you spend your dollar, because that's what will grow. If everybody runs over and spends all their money at location B instead of location A isn't going to do any business. They'll go away. And then B is going to get all of this authority and all of this puffy-chested behavior and make decisions that may not be great. And we don't necessarily know that. We also have to then be smart and have fortitude and go, you know what? That didn't work out well for us. Let's go ahead and change that and give A a chance again, or at least try C, but not keep pumping everything into B still.
Right.
And that's where I think I really like people like you, because you will do that. You'll help break that down and actually, like you say, connect a bunch of people that have that same philosophy. That's where it makes all the difference.
yes, that's why I'm so glad that we got involved with the Colored Canvas Collective.
Heck yeah.
I'm really glad that we got to meet you and the founders and all of the founding members, and I think we're so lucky to be a part of the cannabis community in general.
I am a blessing. You're welcome.
And that is
Just kidding. Just kidding.
you are not any. We love that you mean that.
No.
And that's why
You are, you mean you're a powerhouse.
Yep.
So,
Try to be.
yeah, like the world needs it, and I think that the cannabis industry is full of powerhouse women.
Yeah, they definitely
You know,
are.
and they need to be put in positions of power. They deserve to be put in positions of power. We deserve to be put in positions of power to make change.
Yeah, and I feel like what people need to know that like we're all like human. Like I know like a bunch of these like influencer girls, and they all pretty much say the same thing. It's all like, I wish people understood that like what I'm putting out there is like what I'm choosing to put out there, and like I have like so many struggles, and I go through it, and like, but I'm not perfect, but I'm like trying, and I'm like keep going, and that's what makes, I think, all of us different from the other people. And I was like, I mean, I used to be like that type of person a couple of years ago. I just felt like okay, well then I guess this is what it's gonna be, girl. And then I realized I was too young to be feeling like that. Like, no, you just go after, like keep going, and if it gets hard, it's because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like bad things don't come at you if you're like whatever.
Yeah.
If you're doing good things, like yeah, it's gonna be hard, but like you have to pay attention to like the wins are like bigger than the losses. Even
little
though the quote
wins.
unquote losses are like, they're just stupid and annoying losses that you're like, what the fuck's going on? Why is this happening? But like the wins are huge, so you just have to like pay attention to those and like see how it's still forward progress.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Continue to learn from all experiences.
yeah, that's what's been like keeping me going and keeping me like positive and happy.
Yeah.
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 Oof.
And cannabis, like
Lots
cannabis
of it.
keeps
So
me happy.
much weed,
That's
girl.
for sure, right?
I've been smoking it down.
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you.
Yeah.
My word. My lungs.
Thanks for coming out here today.
Of course.
This
It was
so
fun.
much fun.
I
Glad
like
to have
driving.
you. Tell the people where we can find you and the Colored Cannabis Collective.
So Triple C is, well, you can follow us on Instagram, Color Cannabis Collective. You can follow me on Instagram, Anya, AHNYA, Smokes 15, 15, AHNYA, SMOKES, number 1, the number 5. 420, we're going to do a silent disco with Earthlings Entertainment. And it's called Harvest. And it's going to be at the Knife Room in Seattle, 10 to 2 a.m.
That
You
sounds
can
so
find
fun.
that on Facebook, yeah. We're going to be one of the sponsors with that, helping with the door and helping them find sponsors and stuff like that. So that's really exciting. I may also be popping my head in at Hyena Culture, which is this really beautiful loft space in downtown, like Pioneer Square area, owned by Gabriel and Brandon Sydney, and he does Vibes by Sydney, and he does like the brunches and the Black Joy parties. And then Gabriel's like a nice handbag designer, and so they're going to be doing like a paint and sip earlier that day.
Oh, I love
With
paint and sips.
yeah, goodie bags from Zaz. Huge shout out to Zaz Cannabis. They have been like supporting everyone, doing like positive stuff in this industry, and I'm like so in love with them. Natalie and Justice, you guys are amazing. And then they're gonna do a like a cannabis cocktail hour later that evening with Key Porter, Seattle Trap God's going to be teaching like how to roll blunt.
She's so cool.
Yeah, she's
that's
awesome.
Rad.
I love her. I'm happy I met her at the last cleanup.
Me too.
Yeah. So that's what's happening right now. We're starting to like get in our rhythm, get in our flow as far as like set times for meetings and cleanups. So our meetings are going to be the last Saturday of every month, probably
Awesome.
at my apartment, starting next month. Or maybe this month. We'll see what happens. We'll see how many people show up. And then I'll just come to my house, everybody. And then we're going to do cleanups the third weekend of every month, either a Saturday or Sunday. We're going to try to alternate every month.
Nice.
So because it's different. Everyone has different schedules.
Yeah,
so
yeah, definitely.
try
You
to
get different
as many
people.
Yeah,
with
try to
the
get people
different
to come
days.
out and stuff.
It would be nice too if you were able to do maybe 1 or 2 during the week for folks who have weekdays off.
Yeah, well, eventually
That'd be a fun
we
world.
want to. We've had a lot of people say that they want to see more than one cleanup, and I'm a month, and I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
So we can maybe do one during the week as well, like an alternating week.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that.
And as I think you know, you have so many connections. You have people who want to spearhead this in different neighborhoods and communities
states,
in Washington and across the nation.
I'm
so
just like,
look out, world.
I know. I'm just like so.
We're cleaning up.
What's
Controlling, yeah, maybe, yeah.
That I
maybe
want to
that's
be there
the
for like
word. It's
literally
okay.
everything.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait for me. I'll help you.
Yeah.
Just hold on. We'll do it together.
Yeah.
But I've had my best friends, one of her best friends said he wanted to start one where he's living in California. I've had people from Colorado reach out, people from Vegas reach out, people from Chicago reach out. So,
That's so
yeah, I'm
cool.
really excited. And then our next cleanup in April will be April 21st, the day after 420.
Nice.
And it's going to be in Belltown.
Nice.
Yeah.
I bet that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm really
It'd
excited.
be really nice when we get some people out to Philly too.
Philly.
Yeah, they have dirty streets.
Oh,
Just because they're dirty.
that's the one I'm about to say. Hold on, what are we going to Philly for? Let's start with let's wait for the legalization, step by step.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for like Louisiana or Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I am anyways.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say it wouldn't hurt to leave it in either.
All right.
All
Bye,
right.
ladies.
Bye.
This podcast is sponsored by Healthy Roots Hemp Products, available nationwide through their website at healthyrootsHempProducts.com.
They have CBD-infused products like their Roots Run Deep Root Butter, which is great for massages, a selection of CBD tinctures for you or your pet. All of their source material for CBD is made in Oregon, and their new product is infused honey sticks from Oregon honeybees.
For those products and many more CBD-infused items, visit their website at healthyrootsHempProducts.com. Follow Cannabis Beyond Dope on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
And click the like button. Check out more podcasts on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. Contact us or check out all of our content at cannabisbeyonddope.com.